Hey everyone, it's Kavi here from Driving TV. Today, we're diving into the 5 most common mistakes beginner drivers make during their driving test. And I'll be giving you the exact steps that you need to take to avoid them and drive with confidence and pass. Now, I've seen a ton of comments from you all asking how to stay calm, how to park properly, how to handle lane changes, how to pass the driving test. So this video is for you. Let's get into it and make sure that you can pass the test the very first try. Mistake number 1, forgetting to check your blind spots. One of the biggest mistakes drivers make is forgetting to check the blind spots. Your mirrors cannot see everything. There's always a spot just behind you on either side that's hidden. If you don't check it before you change lanes or merge, you could miss something really important like another car or a cyclist. So what to do? Every time that you change lanes, check your mirrors and quickly glance over your shoulder to cover that blind spot. It takes less than a second, but it's a step that can save you from an accident or an instant fail on your test. Here's a pro tip. Make it a habit. The more you practice this during normal driving, the more natural it will feel on test day, and you won't miss this step. Mistake number 2, poor foot positioning on the pedals. So, foot position on the pedals. A lot of beginners either slam on the brake or don't press the accelerator smoothly because they don't have their foot placed properly. The right way to do it is to keep the ball of your foot on the brake and your heel on the floor. This gives you better control when you switch between the brake and the accelerator. You want your movements to be smooth. This will help you when you're stopping and starting without jerking the car, which is super important for passing your test. Pro tip, if you're unsure, take time to practice in an empty parking lot or quiet street. Get comfortable pressing the brake and the accelerator slowly and steadily. Mistake 3, misaligned mirrors. A huge issue is not adjusting your mirrors before driving. If your mirrors are not set up correctly, you're creating extra blind spots that could lead to missing vehicles, pedestrians, or obstacles. Here's the right way to set your mirrors up. Your side mirrors should be positioned so you can just see the edge of your car and the road behind you. For your rear view mirror, make sure you have a full view of the road behind your car through the back window before you start your test or even before any drive. Take a few seconds to adjust them. It's such a simple step, but it's so easy to forget. Mistake 4, overcorrecting when changing lanes. Next on this list is this important thing like overcorrecting when changing lanes. Beginners sometimes panic and turn the wheel too much, causing the car to swerve or even drift into other lanes. But here's the trick. You only need a small steering adjustment to change lanes. It's a gentle nudge. Overcorrecting makes your car weave, and that's a major red flag for your examiner. To avoid this, practice making smooth, controlled lane changes. Always use your turn signal. Check your mirrors, blind spots, and then gently steer into the next lane. Mistake 5, panicking during parking. This is the part of the test that gets everyone nervous. Whether it's parallel parking or backing into a spot, a lot of beginners make the mistake of rushing or panicking, but you don't need to rush. Take it slow and follow these steps. For parallel parking, which you gotta check because not every state is doing in their driver's examination, and make sure that this is not something that you need to cover on the road test. Either way, I think you should learn parallel parking because it's essential when you're driving out there. For parallel parking, pull up next to the car in front of the space, about 2 feet away. Back up slowly while turning your wheel towards the curb, and once your front bumper is clear of the car, turn the wheel the other way to straighten out. For backing into a space, line up your car with the parking space, check your mirrors, and slowly reverse while turning the wheel to guide your car into that space. Remember, stay calm, take it slow, and always be mindful of your surroundings. It's better to park a little slower, but get it right than rush and hit the curb. And if you guys want more in-depth tutorial about these, like parallel parking or backing into a space, make sure to check out those videos in the Driving TV channel. Now, moving on. One last tip before we wrap this up: always make sure that you're comfortable in your driving position. You should be sitting in a way where you can reach the pedals and see over the dashboard easily, but without feeling cramped. Adjust your seat so your knees are slightly bent when your foot is on the pedals, and make sure that you can hold the steering wheel comfortably with a slight bend in your arms. This will give you better control over the car and reduce strain during your test. And that's it. There you have the 5 most common mistakes that beginners make during the driving test. And there's how to avoid them. Hopefully these tips will give you the confidence to pass your test with ease, right? Now, I want to hear from you. So, which of these mistakes have you been guilty of? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, guys, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to Driving TV for more tips and tutorials to help you ace your driving test. Remember that practice makes perfect. So make sure that you take your time daily to practice a lot. Start off in a empty parking lot in places where there's not much traffic, so you feel more comfortable and you're not also being a problem to other cars out there. So do that, practice a lot, and when you feel comfortable and more confident, then you can go ahead out on the streets. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, stay confident behind the wheel, and I will definitely see you on the next one.